All right, welcome everybody. Gonna get my description in there. No, it's not for kids, and save. We should be back now to my video. And here we are. Did I do that in record time? I think I did because I got 1 more minute still before I'm live. Getting the hang of some of this a little bit. So welcome everybody. I can come over here and type in my live chat that I got over here on the side. Ooh, Dawn's on. Hi, Dawn. Okay. I'm going to. Oh, and I can see today now. This tells me how many are watching. You know what? And I bet that I can't see that any other time because I opened my Zoom video over the top. So how about that? And they're probably all me that are watching, but I guess in case it's not all me, and Dawn, comment where you're from. And we love to see who all comes on and watches us. So I'm going to pop my Zoom meeting back up on there. All right, tonight, you guys, is my weekly Facebook Live. Oh, yeah, you're seeing me. And so my Facebook Live, I switched over to YouTube. So it's my weekly YouTube Live. And I'm getting back at Wednesdays now after being gone for several weeks. I have a fun fold for you again tonight. I'll do my best to keep an eye on my comments over there. I guess I could probably move. Let me try something new. Let me see if I can get this computer screen because closer to me for reading. How about that? Tonight, Dawn, we are making a fun fold. This is from my class stamp of the month card. It's the Regal Reindeer was the stamp of the month for October, which I have pushed to November now. So the class will be November 20th now instead of, I think it was supposed to be last weekend. So I pushed everything forward a month. So the girls participate in my stamp of the month. We pick a stamp. Usually it has a bundle with it. It has been the ones that they've like agreed upon. We call out a number, or if one time a girl had stopped by with their grandson, the grandson picked the page number, and then we just look and see what's on that page and see if that's what everybody agrees upon. And we choose that. And I sell the stamp set alone or the bundle. And then I do give a discount on the bundle so that it's not quite a hit to the pocketbook. I usually give, I don't know if it usually ends up to almost be, I don't even want to say because it's not right. So I figure my tax and shipping, and then I give a discount off that. And then I hold the class at my house. Everybody comes over and we make the project. So this month is the Regal Reindeer bundle that most everybody got. I'll show it to you again because I'm not going to get a good shot of the stuff, but we got the Regal Reindeer. And then this is one of my cards. I didn't bring all the other cards. I should have to show you guys. The 4 cards that I made. I got a card in a box, and then I have 2 other cards that I created. And so tonight we're just going to do this one. So let me turn my camera down and see what I got going. So, oh, I do need my computer now though. So let me see if I can do this. There we go. Now that should work. So if I can look over here, Mom's on, Christy's on. Hi, girls. So here's the card that we're going to make tonight. And oh, I'm so wanting to run over there and get you guys the rest of the cards that I made for the Regal Reindeer class, but I won't. I'll save them for surprises. So because this, I'm going to do more cutting and stuff for you tonight so you can get it. I will make this into a Finally Friday as well, because I'll go faster here than I will there. So what we've got, we're going to start with, oh, I didn't show you guys all, maybe weren't all on. So this card opens this way and then it opens this way. And I kind of like, I've been using this fun fold a little bit now, and I really like it. So it's a fun go-to. So I'm going to move that over to the side. So I've got a piece of real red cardstock. So you're gonna score it at 4 1/4. Turn it and score it at 5 1/2. And then we want to cut off one of the panels. So I'm going to start up there and I'm going to cut down to 4 1/4. And if you have a different way, you know, you could cut this before you scored it and such. So all kinds of different ways you could do this. You could even cut it with scissors after the fact. And then I'm going to turn it back and I'm going to score it. Oh, that was the 5 1/2. So now I'm going to score it at the 4 1/4. I needed to drag it down to the line at 4 1/4. So now I'm going to drag it down to 5 1/2. And then that piece will pull right out, which I probably just did all that off camera, didn't I? Sorry. So we are left with this. And then you want to do one more thing. So pull your trimmer back in and trim just another little smidge off from the flap. And that, I want to say, is help. I'll show you. It's to help it fold up better. Because when you fold this piece in and we crease it, when you fold this one down, it doesn't want to open, or it doesn't want to lay flat. It wants to be way up because this piece here is in the way. So you could either do another score line or you could just cut a little smidge off there like I did. So we've got our base now. Now we're going to move to the next step. So Christy, using my Stamparatus. And I'm going to pull in my Versamark ink. And so I have already put this on here. So let me show you what I did. Got a book. Get my paper on there. So I want to do, it doesn't matter if we did it wrong, you could fold in the other side, but we want to stamp this piece. So I'm going to flip it like this. And I did mine, and as you can see, I didn't go over quite far enough. I got a little smidge of red there, and you can't really cut it off because you would cut here where we've got it folded. So what I'm going to do is I can see on my sample that I was over a little bit. I had lined it up at this black line, so I'm just going to move my cardstock over a little bit and put my magnets down to hold my cardstock in place. And is that gonna work? No, I went the wrong direction. So let's go back over here and put that down. So I think where I went wrong is over on this side. Let me show you guys too how strong these magnets are. Look at in my hand. Look at how that magnet, it's in my hand and the other one is sticking to it. That is why you need to be very careful with your magnets, because they will clink together. All right, I'm going to put it like that and it went on this line. So I'm going to go a little smidge back that way. I think that should do it. You know, I had this all figured out, you guys. Had it all figured out. I'm just going to go with it. I'll see what I end up with, because I don't want to sit here and fiddle around with it all too long. The beauty when you can't see through the stamp, right? So now I've got my Memento black ink, and I'm going to ink up the stamp. Ink it really good. Then I'm going to close the lid. Oh man, I don't have it over there far enough. I can see it. I'm going to pull it. I forgot my little tool. And so now I'm going to take my little smoosher tool and go all over this, trying to put pressure on the stamp. I've been having trouble with it leaving like little dots and stuff, so I'll try that. But the beauty of the Stamparatus is you can keep doing it over and over again. So I'll do it again till I get enough ink on there. Close it down. Some pressure on it. Let's check it out. See, it's got all those little dots and stuff. I can see where it's even staying on the stamp set. And I had this issue when I was at my mom's and made the sample too. I had the issue of making sure that I got enough or got rid of those little dots. All right, I'm just going to do this the last time. We're going to go with whatever it looks like. Hopefully it's soaking in there good enough. Like this. Go over it with my hand and give it another press. And we're going to call that good. Oh, I didn't get up there. It's not getting up by my score line very good. But that's all right. And then we're going to take it away. And you can see my magnets here snap together really quick and they busted. So that's another dangerous thing with them. If they snap together too good, you can get your finger stuck in there and really hurt yourself. All right, so now we've got this card front done like that. Then we need to cut a hole in the center of it. And with that, Oh, I didn't show you guys. I didn't tell you. This is a stamp set that I used, the Buffalo Check. It's a retired stamp, but it's very versatile, very versatile. That's what I just used there. So now I'm going to get my Stampin Emboss machine in here. And I have like the third size down stitched rectangle. I'm just going to eyeball it, but you could get a ruler out, make sure that you're even all the way around. We're going to cut a hole in the center. Sorry for wiggling the camera. So we've used our stitch rectangle. And save this piece because we're going to use it. And so now we've got this. I'm going to go ahead and next I'm going to use the machine again so I can kind of get it out of the way for good. I also used that same stitched rectangle and made a basic white piece. So make sure you do that while you've got everything like handy. Then with this, I've got another piece of black cardstock and it measures, I went 5.5 by 4.25. And I'm going to use the Eden dies from the Eden's Garden bundle. And there's this like wreath in there. And I'm going to use that. We're going to cut one of those out. And if too many little pieces are stuck in it, I've got one already cut and ready to go. We'll see how many of the little pieces get stuck inside there. And you can save the centerpiece if you want to cut out some of your trees. I don't think everything is going to be able to come out of that, but so there's our wreath. It goes around the outside of that. And there's not too many in there, but I'm not going to pick them out. I will save that. I got one here ready to go. And then you want to glue that around like the perimeter of your opening that you just made. And I'm just going to use some of this glue. Probably you should use your like a green glue or something extra good hold to glue these down. I'm just using my tape for ease of use for me. And then just try and center that around on the front. You'll have a little bit hanging over into the inside, which is good. You want that. So there's our front. Get my goober remover and get some of those flinklets out of there. Now we're going to move on to this panel. And on that panel, I have a 4" by 5¼ piece of the basic black. Just going to glue that down to this panel. And then this is where our stitched rectangle in the basic white's going to come in. So what I did was let me put some adhesive on the back. Then I lined it up in the window because it's the exact same that we just cut out. And then I closed it up. And now it should be lined perfectly in the center of the window. And then from here, I got my cut and emboss machine back out again. And we're not using the Regal Reindeer stamp set, but let me get it down here. This is the stamp set that we use for the monthly bundle. I don't use that on this card at all. Oh, look, I do have two more. Look, I got two more of the cards from the class. Here's another one that we're going to make. I didn't realize I still had them inside the stamp case. And here's a third one we're going to make. And then my box is over on the table. Sorry, card in a box. But so now we're going to take this tree die, and then I've got the reindeer, solid reindeer that's standing up. And like I said, this piece that we cut out, we can probably get a couple of the items out of it. Don't think we can get everything, but there's no sense in wasting that piece. We can use it to get these two pieces out of it. So there's our reindeer and a tree. Now we need one more tree. I have a piece of scrap paper here in the basic black that we'll run through one more time and get the tree. I'm looking over at my computer. I didn't hold them up long enough. I didn't hold them up because I didn't want you guys to think that I was, diverting from my task at hand here, but I'll show it to you again. So here's the second card. So this one that we're making now will be one. Then they'll make this one. And then this crazy looking one. This one will need a little personal touch to it. I got a lot of brown on there from what I probably don't need that much brown. And I thought I might want to stamp the bunny rabbit rather than just cut him out, but stamp on it as well. But there. So hopefully that would work. That was a little bit longer display for you. All right. So I'm going to move the machine out of the way. We got our reindeer. I keep calling him a moose, but he's not a moose. He's a reindeer. And then we're just going to glue them onto this white piece. So I glued one of them completely flat. And you can kind of come through and push these pieces up if you want. They are cut out so that you can help give it some more dimension. Like that. So I'm going to glue one tree like right here. And the second tree, I glued the base of it down. And then I did pop up a little tiny bit with a dimensional on the top. Let's see if I can get that in there. I would have cut this, but I can't find my scissors right this hot second on my desktop. They're covered. I saw on another crafting site, somebody made a comment for the day and it said, how many pair of scissors do you have on your desktop? And I was really embarrassed because I think I said 5. because I got a few little tiny pair of snips. I have a great big pair of all-purpose scissors. I had 2 of my Stampin' Up! Scissors. Anyway, I had like 5 scissors on my desktop over there, all in a pile. And then as I was looking through their answers, some people had like 12 pair of scissors on their desktop. I couldn't believe that. Like, holy cow, what do you need 12 pair of scissors for? So I'm hoping that they are those decorative scissors. Could have been I was on a like a what do you call it, quilting site, and maybe they have more scissors than what I do. I don't know, but I don't think I popped this guy. I did pop him up with a piece of dimensional. I just thought 12 pair of scissors is a lot to have on your desktop, so I didn't feel so bad then afterward when I was embarrassed to say I had 5. And all right, so now I'm going to put a dimensional in the center of my moose. He's a reindeer. And then I'm going to put some, if you got your green glue, this is another good use for that, because you could be precise with it and it's not everywhere like I'm doing. But I did put a little bit of glue on his legs, and I want them to be flat. And then I pop the rest of him up with a dimensional so that he's up a little ways. Like that. And then I have my, you can use, if you've got your, light, like smoky slate or gray, probably not gray granite, probably light smoky slate, Stampin' alcohol marker. You can do this. I just have my Copic marker in the C1, the light color, and I'm just gonna follow the contour of the tree a little bit and put some shadow under him like that, just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then we're ready to move to the inside. And then on the inside, I've got a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we're going to use this piece that we cut out of the center. And I'm just going to trim off the stitching from the die, because it won't be completely like showing. One half would not have any stitching on it. So I just cut that off, and then I'm going to cut it about I'm going to trim that up a little bit. I'm going to go about 3/4 of an inch wide. Oh, and you can see I got, let me show you what I did here. Oh, I got stamping on both sides, but I'm gonna put this onto this cardstock right here. But let me show you on my, oh, in case I was having trouble, I made this other sample. So I stamped this one wrong when I ran it through. I stamped here, so it would have went this way, which is fine. But I tried to fix it by going this way. And so when you open it, it's got the stamping on the inside of the lid. And I now like it like this. I think that that looks pretty cool. So if you're making this, have at it and do both sides. And then I didn't stamp anything inside mine. So I'm going to put this down without any words in it. I couldn't decide if I wanted I think I just want a giant Merry Christmas. And I'm going to have to look at one of my other Christmas sets. This particular stamp set does not have a big Merry Christmas. It does say Merry Christmas in it. but it's not a big one. And I wanted it to kind of cover the, that looks crooked. I think it is. I probably stamped it crooked. I could have put it down crooked. And Dawn, I'm not going to be able to peel that up. So it's got to stay how it is. And let me show you. There's just like a little Merry Christmas in there. Oh, I could have put that under his feet and stuff too. But I thought I just wanted a bigger one. Originally, I wanted to put like a banner on here that said Merry Christmas. But the more I looked at it, the more I didn't want to take away from. I thought that the black and red just looked really pretty. And so there you have it, everybody. There's our card for tonight. I don't want to say it's not difficult. It's just a little more tedious cutting your fun fold out, but the rest was all easy peasy. It was just dies. So if you get a chance to make that, show us how you did. Show us what you made yours to look like. You can post on the Creativity in Bloom stamp set, or Creativity in Bloom, my Green Thumb Stampers public page for sharing your creations. And let's see if I can go back up here. Should come back up to me, I think. Anyway, I just wanted to say goodbye. So I don't know if it's going to change. It might change. It might not change. So I'm just going to say goodbye until next week. I'll be bringing you another card, another adventure. And until then, you guys, don't forget the 31st ends the sign up promotion. So anybody wanting to get those goodies. Oh, I am back. Wanting to get the kit, the $155 worth of stuff. You can even get the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine in your kit if you wanted to. With $155, I believe that you can get that, and probably something else. I don't know exactly how much it costs, but it's just, I keep beating a dead horse here, but it's just a really super great deal. And the fact that you don't have your $300 quarterly minimum, you have until March to meet that number. And then there's new catalogs in there, there's celebration in there. So it wouldn't be hard if you decide that you wanted to stay with it, or you don't ever have to buy anything else and just get your $155 worth of stuff and bow out and never hear from again. But I hope that wouldn't be the case. Anyway, I'm going to quit rambling. I'll talk to you guys again next week. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening, everybody.